Hello everyone, I am Mahima and I'm making this video to share with you all how I learned speaking English. And I'm addressing this because I do not think that you need to take some special courses or some special class to learn English precisely because we already have some basic understandings of English as a language because at least we have studied basics of English in terms of writing at least in our schools. So I am sharing some of the techniques and the processes that helped me a lot to become highly influent in English, and I am still improving on my pronunciation, on my influency. Not influency but fluency. Sorry for that. So one of the thing that really hooked me is that back in school, when I was doing my 12th, I always had this belief that it is really easy to speak in English and with a great deal of fluency. I didn't know it was stored in back in my mind. I didn't have to remind myself that it is really easy to speak a fluent English. And second thing was English, speaking English had become a really cool thing for me back in school, and I always admire all those people who can talk fluently in English, and I was really uh, tempted by all those personalities around me, especially teachers who are speaking in English with each other in a great deal of confidence, and uh, they do not have to think what they have to say uh, whenever they are communicating in English. And as compared to any village child who had basic understanding of English, but he or she has to think first in his or her mother tongue, and then he has to convert, or she has to convert in English. But one thing I did is, uh, after 12th I continued to watch a lot of TED Talks. I think I got really benefited by watching a lot of TED Talks. I still watch TED Talks. One, you will get a good hold on your fluency in English. Second, you will learn how to present your topics and speeches. And third, you will get to know how your body language should be, because all the speakers in TED Talks, they are well prepared. They prepare their speeches beforehand many times. So you must watch and listen their speeches, and of course understand the subject what they are talking about. You will not only get knowledgeable, but your communication overall plus your English as a language will become quite good. And another thing, and this is the most effective thing I have discovered, and the process I have discovered, is what I do is I have uh, categorized some of the channels, uh, some of the communication skills channels on YouTube. Like there is one guy, Vin Jiang, who gave communication skills lesson, and he shares tips and tricks about communication skills on YouTube. So what I did is, I watch his videos, then I copy whatever his words is, and then try to repeat and repeat his words as exact as he was saying. I even copy his body language. So it is really very effective to learn how you can have someone on your phone where you can write his or her words exact, and then try to copy them in the same pronunciation, in the same body language. So you will have a complete combo of communication skills of the body language, and it has helped me tremendously. And third, and of course the most important, is you can call it an advantage for me, but you can have this environment for you as well. And this third thing is that I was lucky enough to have a good environment of people speaking in English around me, especially after my school. So when I get into college, I firstly I had English literature, so it's a great plus to learn speaking and reading English, because uh, professor who take your classes will deliver all their lectures mostly in English. And uh, when I was uh, studying in my college, most of the people were from Delhi. So it is, of course, we assume that Delhi people do have a good hold on their English. Either it is, whether it is grammatically correct or not, but they do speak English confidently. E- Even though they might be incorrect in terms of their sentences, formation, grammatical mistakes, but this is the difference. We get so uh, conscious about our grammatical mistakes. I was too very conscious about grammatical mistakes, about pronunciation, but I have seen people around me that their sentence is grammatically totally disturbed, but they speak it so confidently that the other person will not realize it at all. So I have this environment where every colleague and my friend was speaking in English. Even in normal conversation, they were communicating in English. So uh, initially, I feel very dumb um, to have to mingle with them and to have a communication with people who had a great hold on their communication skills, especially in English language. But gradually I started speaking English, even though it was not grammatically correct, but over the period of time it has become grammatically correct. And where I lack is in pronunciation. I really fumble whenever I think of pronunciation, because my friend, they correct me a lot of times in terms of pronunciation, and I'm really thankful to them who uh, who keeps on checking about my pronunciation, who keeps on me telling what's the correct pronunciation of the word, and I kept going with my learning. So eventually, I get to know that belief, confidence, and the process, a defined process to learn any language, is highly crucial. And in a marketplace where English has been put on pedestal, we must learn this language, because it is the need in the marketplaces, and to get most of the opportunities we must have a backup English as a secondary language, and we must have the fluency, because it is the demand of marketplaces, at least in most of the jobs. So that's how I learned speaking English, and believe me, it is not hard, but I know it could be hard for those who do not have basic understanding, basic things settled in terms in English as a language, because in because when we studied in English medium, we had a base, at least, that we understand the basic English, although we cannot speak it, but we can write it, and we can understand what the other person is saying. So it can be the advantage for some people to study in English medium schools and have a basic understanding. It can be the advantage, but if you do not have all of these advantage, still you can have baby's steps toward learning English. And if I can help you out in this, I'll try to. And that's it from my side. We'll meet you in the next video.